It's Monday, June 16th. My name is Rich, and this is your 5-Minute Fix. Welcome to the 5-Minute Fix, where we take stories about pretty much anything from pretty much anywhere and try to give it to you in 5 minutes or less today. Oh, baby, looks like Antonio Brown is at the end of the line. If y'all remember back in May, probably around May 17th or something like that, Antonio Brown was at Adin Ross's boxing event, and it's alleged that he had brandished a gun outside of the event. Now, at the time, he had his chain stolen, allegedly, as well as was apprehended by the police, but he was not arrested. He was let go, allowed to go home, and it didn't really seem like much else was going to come from the situation. Well, it does appear that Antonio Brown is now wanted for attempted murder. And not only that, he's on the run. We've got a clip of a lawyer kind of explaining the situation and the attempted murder charge that he's facing.
Antonio Brown, he's on the run. And we have the arrest warrant right here.
All the info.
Let's get into it.
On the run because he hasn't turned himself in.
2025 at this event put on by Adin Ross with the stars themselves, the twins. The Island Boys. That's right, the Island Boys. They kiss, they fight, and they even make up. And
before you ask, I ain't got no idea who this lawyer is, so.
then we got some other people here anyway. After the fight, people are all outside, and there's some shots fired. Bang, bang.
Blah,
Police
blah.
come. A detective Camacho, and he's looking out.
Camacho, what a name.
And he notices two people in a struggle, a little bit of a fight. One of them runs, one of them comes up, and it's Antonio Brown. Come in.
Yo, Nick, I got that photo of Antonio Brown you asked for, a.k.a. Tony Toe Tap. You go, man.
Well, signed, man. How'd you get that?
My favorite player. Went to training camp. He was never the same after that hit.
Thanks, David.
That's right.
They hear these shots.
Guys, Vontaze Burfict messed him up. Absolutely. Oh, middle of the field. This is where CTESPN was created after this hit. We'll see it in slow motion here. Oh, off the tips, defenseless. Oh, straight to the dome. And he was done. Absolutely done. Antonio Brown has not been the same since that hit.
So they search him. He doesn't have any nuts on him or anything, and they just let him go. The next day, detective is assigned. He gets some surveillance. He finds out that there was a physical altercation between Brown and this man right here, Nantambu. Brown and
Nantambu?
They get into a struggle. They get into a fight. Brown ends up punching Nantambu right in the face. And Nantambu says that afterwards that other people started jumping in and hitting on him. A security guard by the name of Eric Bauer. He comes. Eric Bauer and Brown, they get into a fight and they start struggling.
With the security guard.
And Brown ends up grabbing the nug of Bauer.
Oh.
And then he runs after Nantambu, who had already started running. And there's even some video of this. Right there. Right there.
Oh, yeah. We got a still of that, too.
He runs after Nantambu. Boom.
Oh, my
Boom.
God.
That's some social media stuff that somebody put on social media. The detective found it. Then he's able to identify Nantambu. He has Nantambu come to the police station with Nantambu's lawyer, and they all sit down, and Nantambu tells him everything that happened. He says, I was there. I got in a fight with Brown. Some people started hitting me. I ran. Then the next thing I know, Brown's running after me, and he fires a shot. It glazed me on my head.
OMG.
Then, I went to the hospital, and I left. Now, the biggest thing is, how could Brown have grabbed this security guard's and I have it in his hand? Security never says, hey, man, you let that guy go? He took my... That's a little bit insane. Based on this arrest warrant, based on the video and some of what the witnesses are saying, it really looks like Brown has a serious problem. He will likely be charged with attempting to unalive Nantambu. And it doesn't look that defensible.
Damn, baby. There you have it. That's how it all came to be. Now, I do believe that I covered this story when it happened in May. I'm pretty sure. I remember reading it at least. But the way that's described, very serious for Antonio Brown. That's, like he said, doesn't look very defensible. So we'll have to see what happens here. But, you know, like the guy in the video said, and like I showed you, he was never the same after that hit. That's when he started getting all crazy. So maybe that's a lesson to be learned, something to investigate. Who knows? But I want to know what you think down in the comments below. Thank you for watching. My name is Rich. This has been your 5-Minute Fix.